What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing some fantastic Rangers Ride, Lord of the Rings Rise to War videos today. In today's video, we are talking about Gandalf the Grey with Haldir as a backpack versus Sunind with Gandalf the Grey as a backpack, okay? For those of you that did not watch my original tutorial video on Commander Lieutenant system, okay, the deputy system, commanders can equip another commander on their back as a backpack at level 20 plus, okay? The equipped commanders can only use their 4 main title trees, okay? That's their bottom up to R0, 15-point skills, their middle, R3, 15-point skill, and their R5, 15-point skill, okay? So, in this fight, we're going to take a look at Gandalf the Grey with this particular build. He's running a ranged build that is using Pursuit and plus 9 damage to ranged, okay? As well as Sentinels, very powerful there. Gandalf the Grey obviously is going to be bringing in the Convener ability as well as all the defensive abilities that come along with the White Council trait. In addition, Gandalf the Grey is using Haldir as a backpack. Haldir as a backpack is going to give the 45% bonus physical damage and stun resistance that comes with his guide ability, okay? And he's also going to be giving his, I think it's called Galadriel, I could be wrong, but it's more plus damage to range from his R5 tree. You'll often see that somewhere in the 20 to 30% range. Let's just call it 25. We'll see what it is in the buffs here. So essentially 45% bonus damage from guide, another 20-25% bonus damage from his R5 skill. So he's giving Gandalf the Grey plus 65% bonus damage for his ranged sentinel units as he goes into this fight against an enemy Sunind. Now, the enemy Sunind here is using a slightly higher geared build with plus 15 damage to his range units. He is using Morgul Arbalast, okay, and he has another plus 1 damage from map control, I believe. Is it? Oh no, it's from Herodic Tactics. Sorry, my apologies. And he's using a fairly standard Sunind build. This is the build that I'm running as well. Okay, he's got Herodic Tactics, he's got the Sunland's Tactics, R5 tree, and then Leftover Points and Daggerlad Tactics, okay? This Sunind build is pretty strong against melee, but slightly susceptible to probably Gandalf's stuns in this report. He's not running an anti-stun helmet, and as his backpack, he's using Gandalf the Grey. Gandalf the Grey is going to give no resistance to stuns, therefore I imagine that this Gandalf was able to stun some of his damage dealers in round 1, which probably impacted the rounds, okay? So Gandalf the Grey as a backpack is interesting. He's going to give you Mithrandir, okay, which is going to reduce enemy damage. He's going to give you White Council, which is going to reduce your damage received. He's going to give you Wizard for stun and minus defense, which is actually like a really nice plus damage bonus for physical, okay? And he's going to give you the heal on attack, okay? So let's see how this played out. Gandalf with 2,500 healing, Sunind with 16k healing, and then Gandalf with another 2,500 healing on her side, okay? On Sunind's sides, clearly the Arbalest had the top damage, and clearly here these Sentinels had the top damage for Gandalf the Grey, okay? Let's take a look at rounds 1 and 2 because I'm just curious how this played out. Gandalf the Grey actually has an army bonus damage from the roving trainer. Okay, well this will skew the battle a little bit, but he's getting plus 20% damage to his units from the army performance roving trainer bonus. How interesting is that? No raid bonus, that calculates differently than raid, but it's still plus 20% damage. Okay, here's Galadriel, 25%, so we're up at 70.2% bonus damage for the ranged units. Okay, then we are going to have, of course, Champion of Light giving more bonus damage from Gandalf, very nice. And here is the minus defense from the enemy Gandalf. I know it shows him in green, but it's actually the Sunind's Gandalf backpack giving minus defense to the Cataphracts and the Dunedains. Okay. Dunedain's going right for those Arbalasts here. Cataphracts punching the Sands. Sentinels hitting the Arbalast for 13k, and then the Sand Wanderers for 11k. That is that initiative, guys. It is so beautiful. Okay, the enemy troops, the Dragoons were stunned, and no attacks there. The Sand Wanderers were not stunned, which means, yep, the Arbalasts were stunned. Okay. So the Sand Wanderers did not get a double strike, and the Arbalasts were stunned. Fairly unlucky RNG round for Sunind in round 1, guys, but Gandalf the Grey's side is doing well. Here into round 2, you'll see those stuns fall off. Here's the Sentinels again. Okay, the Wanderers are now dead. The Arbalasts are down 1,000 units already. That's a big deal. Not having stun, resistance, and being your opponent having initiative can give them 4 attacks on you with those Sentinels, or, well, I guess 2 in this case, but, you know, a lot of bonus attacks on you before you can even respond. Here comes the Arbalest, guys, coming in with a double strike. 13k plus 18. Then we have 12k plus 2. Okay. Putting out just under 30k damage here in round 2. We're just scrolling through. We're just looking for what's cooking here. Looking for what's cooking, guys. Sentinels hitting the Arbs for another 10. The Arbs are stunned in round 3. Okay, so I think I see what happened, guys. The Arbalasts were putting out more damage than the Sentinels. Sunind was giving plus 15 attack, and it's times 2 because they get a double strike every round. Gandalf's plus attack is only double strikes in rounds 1 and 2. After that, there's single rating bonuses. So going into round 3, even with the stuns in round 1, Sunind should have pulled massively ahead of Gandalf the Grey's damage output for the fight. However, since Sunind's Arbalasts were stunned in rounds 1 and 3, you're seeing a dramatic decrease in damage output. I think 7 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, if the Sunind happens to have stun resistance for their units, I think they will defeat this combo. However, Gandalf the Grey and Haldir, as you see, is a very strong combo with a huge amount of damage to complement the double strike by Gandalf. So both of these builds very successful this season. I've seen a lot of people running both of these builds. If you've enjoyed this video, like and sub. Randy out.